And then I see her from across the bar, coming at me with this look, you know? And everybody just kind of steps aside for her, like the Red Sea or whatever. Just clears a path for her. And I'm like, what's with this nut job?
But you don't even know this woman?
I've never seen her before. I was just sitting there with Rima. Do you remember Rima?
No.
Well, she's a friend of mine. So I'm sitting there with Rima, and suddenly this lady is in my face, and she's all sweaty and yelling and really pissed.
Why?
I don't even know at this point. It has something to do with her boyfriend, who's apparently at the end of the bar.
Well, were you flirting?
No,
or...
I don't even know who she's talking about. So she's up in my face, and her breath is like...
Boozy?
Well, yeah, boozy, but worse. Like there's something rancid stuck to the roof of her mouth.
Ew.
Rotting peanut butter.
Good
or
Lord,
something.
Izzy.
And she's harassing me, blowing her stank breath in my face, and cussing. My God, you would not believe the words coming out of this lady's mouth.
But you don't even know who she's talking about.
Well, she's talking about her boyfriend,
No, I know, but...
Augie.
Oh. I thought you didn't know who she was talking about.
Well, no, at the time I didn't know who she was talking about because I didn't know that he was there, but then I figured it out later, oh, she must be Augie's girlfriend.
So you know him.
Well, yeah, I know him, but still, let me finish.
Sorry.
So she's all, you bitch, you, fuck you bitch.
Izzy!
Sorry, F you B, and all that. Just talking like a maniac.
Uh-huh.
And people are looking at us, so I'm starting to feel self-conscious.
Sure.
And I can't really do anything because the place is so crowded. And she's a big lady, real hefty, more chins than, what does Mom say?
More chins than a Chinese phone book.
Exactly. So I can't even get around her to escape or whatever. And I'm starting to feel violated, you know?
Sure.
My personal space and my dignity or what have you. So I just made a fist, hauled off, and boom!
What does that mean?
Means I hit her.
You did not.
Crazy, right?
You hit her?
Yeah, right in the face. Boom, she went down.
Oh my God, Izzy, you hit that woman?
I couldn't get around her, and she was screaming like a retard.
Izzy!
Well, what would you have done?
Well, I certainly wouldn't have hit her, Jesus.
You know what they don't tell you? Really hurts to punch someone. Freaking hurts.
Well, yeah.
They don't show you that on TV. It's all, now that ought to show him, but for me it was like, motherfucker, that killed. Look at my knuckles. Look. What?
Nothing.
You don't approve?
I didn't say that.
This lady was at me.
I know, I didn't say anything.
You wanna, though.
I just worry about you.
Don't worry about me. She was the one on the floor.
That's not what I meant. You were in a bar fight.
So?
A bar fight, Izzy.
She was up in my face.
I know, but it's just so...
What?
Jerry Springer.
What's that supposed to mean? You think I'm trashy?
Well, you punched a woman in the face.
She provoked
Were
me.
Were you drunk?
No.
I just thought you were going to take it easy, you know?
Don't judge
That you were going to do less of this. You know, you can't be doing this kind of stuff, Izzy. You're just not a kid anymore.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a cutoff date.
Well, you know, there should be. For acting like a jackass, there should be a cutoff date. Were you on anything?
Oh, my God.
What were you?
No. Man, why did I say anything to you?
I don't know. Why did you?
Look, I went out, I got into a fight. Thought it was a funny story. Thought you'd be amused.
Well, I'm not.
Clearly.
I just thought you were going to take it easy, you know, that you were going to do less of this.
Hey, I'm still coping too, Becca.
No.
I know it's not the same, but it's
Just
still hard.
don't do that.
Do what?
Just give me a break.
What? I'm not allowed to be upset anymore?
No, you're not allowed to use him
What do you...
as an excuse.
I'm not.
You're not allowed to use him to justify your own shit. Just don't do that, please.
It's not what I was doing.
Okay, then.
I'm hungry. Mind if I get something?
Since when do you ask?
You're making me feel sensitive. Where's Howie?
He's with Rick. They're playing squash.
Squash. Oh, hey, what's this? Pudding?
It's gonna be creme caramel.
Howie's a lucky man. Won't see me making anyone creme caramel.
If you're hungry, Isabel, grab something. Don't just stand there with the door open.
Can I have one of these? There's an extra in here.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Well, I won't eat it if you don't want me to.
No, you're right. There's an extra.
You sure?
Just let me finish it.
I can eat it like this.
No, then it's just custard.
I like
I
custard.
didn't make custard. I made creme caramel. How's work?
Don't ask me that, please.
Why not? You got fired?
Never ends with me, does it?
Not often, no.
Don't tell Mom.
How can you get fired from Applebee's?
It was all politics. I don't really want to get into it. Thank you. Ooh, I like how it oozes.
Of course you do. It's better than custard, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You were right. Again. And again. And again and again. I wasn't using him as an excuse.
Izzy.
I was just saying it's been hard to pull it together, that's all, for all of us.
Please.
And I wasn't drinking that night when I hit that lady. Stone sober.
Yeah, right.
I just had soda that night.
She gonna press charges, you think?
No, Augie would kill her. She's over it anyway. Moved out, went to her cousins or something.
What are you talking about?
She moved out of Augie's place. They're not together anymore.
I'm sorry, do you know these people?
Augie, I do. The girlfriend I only heard about.
What'd you do, Izzy?
What do you mean?
To that woman, what did you do to her?
I told you I hit her.
No, before that.
Nothing. That was the first time I met her.
Well, people don't scream in your face for no reason.
Sure they do. You should get out more.
Were you sleeping with him? You know, this Augie guy, whatever his name is? You were sleeping with him, right?
Where are you going with
Well,
it?
Jesus, you tell this story like you're an innocent bystander. You know, you say you don't know who this woman was.
I didn't.
You were having sex with her boyfriend.
That is so beside the point.
Oh, it is?
It was over between them for a long time. She didn't care what he did. They were just living together for rent.
Why would she accost you in a crowded bar?
Because she's a lunatic? And Augie told her I was pregnant?
Well, why would he? Oh my God, Izzy.
I know, right?
You are not.
He's a really good guy, Beck. You're gonna like him. He's a musician.
That's terrific.
No, not like you think. He gets work. He's a working musician.
Is that why you're here? To tell me that you're pregnant?
Pretty much.
I knew something was up. You're not one to pop by on a Saturday afternoon.
I pop by.
How long have you known?
A few weeks.
And you're just telling me now?
Well, Jesus, Beck.
What, you didn't want to tell me?
No.
Why not?
Why do you think? God, everything's so fucked up.
Does Mom know?
Yeah.
You told Mom before me?
I had to.
Oh my God, Izzy.
Stop saying that.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna keep it if that's what you're asking. Augie wants to, too. We're excited about it. This is exactly the kind of thing that gives a person clarity.
Izzy.
Look, can I just say, I don't need any advice right now, or any lectures, or whatever it is you're composing inside your head at the moment. I just need you to pretend to be happy for me, all right? Even if that's not what you feel, I'd like you to pretend that you do, okay?
Well, of course, I'm happy for you. I was just taken aback. I mean, if you think that a baby is going to fulfill you or give you clarity or whatever, then, you know, obviously it's a wonderful thing. I am happy for you. I mean, Jesus, Izzy, just give me some credit.
Thank you.
Well, I should probably hold off on this then.
What do you mean?
Washing all these clothes to give to Goodwill. You know, I might as well save them for you in case you have a boy. No sense in my giving these away.
I don't know, back there in baby clothes for so long, it'd be a few years before he could even fit into this stuff.
You'd be surprised. It comes up very quickly.
Plus, we don't really have a lot of room.
Well, that's okay. I'll keep them here in the basement. You'll be happy I saved them.
But what if it's a girl?
Well, then I'll bring them down to Goodwill. I mean, what's the big deal? You know, you're going to thank me. A couple years' worth of free clothes in here. You know, I mean, think about the money you're going to save.
It's not about the money.
Well, it should be. You need to start thinking about this stuff, especially if the dad is a musician. It costs a lot to raise a child.
It'd be weird, that's all. If it's a boy, to see him running around in Danny's clothes, I would feel weird. You would too, I think. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
It was a nice offer.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of clothes, you know, for Christmas and birthdays. You don't have to worry about that.
No, I know.
I mean, it'd be one thing if they were hand-me-downs, but
Exactly.
it's probably a girl anyway.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely getting a girl vibe.
That's what I want. I mean, so long as it's healthy, obviously, but if I had to pick, I hope it's a girl.
Me too. What'd Mom say?
She was happy.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I thought she'd lay into me, but
Huh.
thanks for the creme caramel.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Beck, if this is hard. I know the timing really sucks.
Hey, what can you do? I'm glad that you told me. And I'm really happy for you. Ridiculous, right? I mean, 9 weeks pregnant, in a bar, drinking.
You said she wasn't drinking.
No, she said. But you know Izzy. And plus, the place was just probably clogged with cigarette smoke.
Not anymore. Clean Indoor Air Act.
She was in Yonkers. You think they enforce that in Yonkers?
Wouldn't worry about it. If the babies in France turn out okay, I'm sure this one will be fine, too.
You think this is a joke, Howie?
Of course not, but you need to relax about it. Izzy could be right.
About what?
About the baby, getting her on track. It can wake a person up. It did us.
But she was bragging about a bar fight.
It wasn't a bar fight.
They were in a bar fighting.
Izzy hit someone. She didn't get into a fight. Blows were never exchanged.
What are you saying? That it's okay for a pregnant woman to be punching people?
Well, so long as they don't punch her back, it's probably all right.
Why are you defending her?
I'm not. I just think it's silly to get worked up about it.
No, I'm not worked up. I'm just saying.
You're right. It's a mess. But what can we do? Izzy's not a moron. Okay, she acts like one sometimes, but a baby can be good for a person.
I know that, Howie.
All right, then. This is good. The creme caramel.
Thank you.
Want more wine?
No,
Half a glass, won't empty this bottle.
Mom's thrilled, by the way.
She called?
Izzy must have told her I knew.
How was that?
What? 2 hours on the phone with Mom? What are you doing?
Eyes are sore. Staring at that computer all day.
Do you think that this means she wants baby stuff for her birthday? Maternity clothes or something?
No, just wait for the baby shower. Just get her whatever you're going to get her.
Good. Because I was going to buy her a bathroom set.
A what?
Bathroom set. A bath mat, shower curtain, little skirt for the sink. They sell them as sets.
This is for Izzy's birthday?
Yeah, I mean, the last time I was over there, you should have seen her bathroom. It looked like a frat boy decorated it.
Huh.
What?
Just seems like a funny gift. A bath mat.
It's the whole set, Howie.
No, I know, but
I thought it'd be nice.
it is nice, but maybe she'd rather have perfume or something.
Izzy doesn't wear perfume.
No, I know, but still.
I mean, it's a good gift. I'd like it if someone gave it to me.
I'll make note of that for Christmas.
You think it's dumb?
No, I'll get her the sink skirt, the set thingy,
The
whatever.
bath set.
Get her that if you think she'll like it.
Good, I will.
Great, she'll love it.
You should have just said that to begin with.
Yeah, I know now.
How's squash?
Good. I lost, but it was good.
How's Rick?
Rick's fine.
And Debbie?
Debbie wasn't there.
I know, but did Rick mention her?
Not really. I guess she took the kids to her mother's this weekend.
Rick didn't want to go?
He has work.
How are the kids?
Fine, I guess. He said Robbie's doing T-ball now, and Emily's mastered the plie. Anything else?
No, that's it.
You can call her, you know. You can call Debbie and ask her these questions yourself.
No, I don't want to call her. She should call me.
Okay.
Why can't she call me?
I don't know.
No?
She's uncomfortable, Beck.
Is that what Rick said?
Rick didn't say anything, but obviously if she hasn't called you, it's because she doesn't know what to say.
How about, hey, Becca, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, if you're pissed, you should call her and tell her.
No, it's her job to call me.
Okay.
I mean, I would have been there for her if, God forbid, something happened to Robbie or Em. I wouldn't have vanished the way she did.
People get weird, you know that. It's probably hard for her.
Oh, hard for her.
I'm just saying, look at my brother. Spent the whole funeral talking about the Mets. Obviously, he couldn't deal. He'd talk about anything but Danny. And that's my brother.
Yeah, well, your brother is an asshole. You know what? I should drop her a note.
Maybe you should.
Dear Debbie, just so you know, accidents aren't contagious.
Hey, let it go.
Let what go?
Whatever's making you tense, you should try to relax.
I am relaxed.
We'll see.
Jeez, Howie,
What? It's chill music. You need it. Now turn around.
what for?
Just face that way. See? Thank you. Shoulders are all knotted up.
Yeah, well,
Just forget about Debbie and Izzy and whoever else is bugging you.
you know, she has no idea. Izzy, she has no idea what she is getting into.
I know.
I mean, do you remember how exhausted we were? The feedings at all hours, sleep deprivation. I mean, do you think that she's ready for that? The utter torture of it all?
Enough about Izzy.
I know, I'm sorry, but she's a sleeper. You know, you talk about a wake-up call or whatever you were saying, well, she's gonna get one big time.
Hey, maybe we should go somewhere. Cruise or something. You need to be pampered.
We've taken enough time off as it is.
Talk to Alan once another week. I can handle most of my accounts from out of town anyway.
What are you doing?
You're kissing your neck.
Why?
Trying to relax.
Uh-huh.
There's something wrong with that?
I'll see what this is. Dimming the lights.
What? I can't massage my wife?
You don't have eye strain.
So?
Oh, I've been staring at that computer all day.
Well, I do stare at that computer all day.
You're trying to seduce me,
Am I?
plying me with liquor.
Worse than college.
All right, Romeo.
What?
That's enough.
Why?
You're being very naughty.
Naughty's good. You used to like naughty. Where are you going?
I'm sorry, there's still stuff to bag up there, Howie.
Are you kidding?
No, there are piles of clothes up there.
Well, if they waited this long,
Well, I wanted to get it done.
we'll get it done tomorrow. I'll chip in.
Uh-huh.
I will.
Yeah, right.
Becca.
I'm sorry, you know, I'm just feeling kind of antsy tonight. You're right, the Izzy stuff got under my skin.
Right?
So, what, you're gonna pout now?
Well, Jesus, Beck.
Jesus, what?
It's been almost 8 months.
Well, who's keeping track?
I am. I'm keeping track. Sorry. What? Makes me perverted wanting to have sex with my wife?
I didn't say that.
Well, you give me these looks like I should feel guilty.
Well, funny, I've been getting the same looks from you.
When have I ever made you feel guilty?
I'm sorry, Howie, I'm just not ready yet. I'm sorry if you think that that makes me abnormal.
I don't.
Then what is the problem here?
We're never going to be ready.
You know, I mean, if this is just about the sex, then,
It's not just about the sex.
no, then what else is this?
It's also about, I don't know, maybe it is just the sex. I don't even know, honestly. But we're not going to suddenly wake up one day and be back where we were.
I know that, Howie.
So we have to head in that direction at least, which will feel strange for a while, but
But you want to have sex.
don't say it like that.
Why not?
Because it sounds crass and selfish.
Well, considering everything else, I mean, the fact that Danny died, for example, don't you think it is a little crass and selfish for you to be roping me into sex when I just don't want to have it?
I wasn't roping you into anything. Jesus.
No, Al Green isn't roping.
No.
Al Green.
No. I thought it was nice. That's all. I was trying to make things nice.
Well, you can't. I'm sorry, but things aren't nice anymore.
I think you should see someone. I know you're not one for therapists, but I think you should. We go together if that'd help, or we could try the group again.
No.
There are a few new parents now. It's changed the dynamic a little.
We've had this talk already, Howie.
Fine, a psychiatrist then. Someone to talk to. No? Yes? Do you have an opinion?
I think we should sell the house.
Come on, Becca, what?
I've been thinking about it for a while, and since we are on the topic...
So how are we on the topic?
Well, I just think it would help to move.
I don't want to move.
Well, I mean, he's everywhere. Howie, everywhere I look, I still see Danny.
We love this house.
I mean, come on, do you even know? Here, look, the runaway bunny, for God's sake, the puzzles, the smudgy fingerprints on the
I like
door
seeing his
jams.
fingerprints.
Because you don't have to sit and stare at them day in and day out. You get to escape. You get to go to work.
Well, if you want to go back to
No,
work,
I
Becca,
don't.
you can call up something.
No, that's not who I am anymore. I left all that to be a mom.
Well,
Well, what?
if that's the issue,
If what's the issue?
then maybe we should try again.
Oh, for God's sake, Howie.
What? I'm only saying.
Is that what this was?
No, of course not. It's just, it might be something to talk about at some point.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't have that talk, Howie.
Okay.
Look, maybe we can consider it at least. The house.
Yeah. We'll consider it.
Thank you.
Now can I?
Let me just get the dog. Taz, lay down.
Ready?
Hold on. Taz, down.
Lay down, Taz.
I got him. Quick, now, before he gets up. Come on. And
Domino!
good job.
Did you see me, Daddy?
I did.
No, you didn't. I'm invisible.
Oh.
I have magic.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Do you want to be invisible?
Okay.
Poof!
Is that it? Am I invisible?
Yeah, I made you invisible.
Do you see me?
Yeah,
No, you don't. I'm invisible.
but I can still see you because I have magic.
Oh.
Did you forget that part?
Yeah, I forgot that part.
Happy birthday, dear Isabel.
Happy birthday to you. Mwah. Blow 'em out.
What'd you wish for?
I can't say. Looks good, Becca.
Where'd you get it, Becca?
I didn't. I made it.
Oh, of course you did. What was I thinking? Of course you made it.
See?
It's
Stop
my
it.
cake.
Well, let me cut it first. Watch your fingers. All right. It's your favorite kind, too. Birthday cake.
I'm ready.
Where's Howie?
You guys didn't
It's on
wait
its
for me?
way. You said not to.
I didn't mean it, though.
Howie, I asked them to wait.
Well, I wanted cake.
Rude.
Well, I didn't know how long you were going to be up there once you get on that computer.
Let me get my glasses. Boop, 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 boop.
No, did you have to?
She wanted me to look it up.
Any excuse to escape for 10 minutes.
Can you blame him?
What is all this?
Mom,
It's a
cake.
timeline starting with the lobotomy. It's the plane crashes. It's the whole list. It's long.
Oh. Huh. Well, that doesn't make it a curse.
Nobody said it was a curse,
Everybody
Mom.
says, that's my whole point. Everybody says it's a curse.
Well, nobody in this room.
You know what it really is? Hype. perpetuating the myth. That whole American royalty crap.
Good cake.
You know what it is? Oh, well, but the Kennedys aren't cursed. They're just really unlucky, a lot of them, and stupid, a lot of them.
Cut me a piece, would you, Beck? Thanks.
Too much money. That's their curse. And too much time on their hands. You know, if they had to go to work like normal people, watch television once in a while instead of zipping off to Vail, then none of that stuff would have happened.
You have the most interesting theories.
Well, if they stayed home, then maybe they'd still be alive.
Thanks, Howie. I'm so glad you went and
Don't
got that
patronize
timeline.
me
I'm
anyway.
not. I was being serious.
Normal people don't have their own planes. Normal people don't fly around in their own planes. Now, do you know anyone who has a plane?
Well,
Do you, Howie?
Well, yeah, I know one guy, but
Well, you know one guy, but normal people don't do that.
oh, you're right. He's not.
On
He's not normal.
average, you know, because they don't own an airplane.
Right, he's a member of the jet set.
Jet set, yes, exactly. That's what it means, the jet setters. Buzzing around in their little pipers or whatever, crashing off the coast of Massachusetts. Regular people don't have 10 relatives die in separate plane wrecks.
It's not 10.
Well, if you count Teddy, who survived, it is.
Well, I think it's sad.
Teddy surviving?
Well, of course it's sad. All those good-looking people falling out of the airplanes. It's a frickin' waste. But it isn't a curse. It's rich people acting stupid.
I thought you liked JFK.
I'm not talking about JFK. I am talking about, I'm not talking about the ones that were assassinated. I'm talking about the unqualified pilots. I'm talking about playing football and skiing at the same time.
Well, that was stupid.
Yeah, hey, look at me. I'm a Kennedy. I can catch a ball while going down a mountain on sticks. Of course he died, idiot. And I know that's a terrible thing to say, but this is a grown man here acting like a moron. The arrogance of these people.
The Greeks would call that hubris, arrogance in the face of. Technically, might not be hubris, actually.
Well, if hubris means reckless, then that's right.
No, it doesn't mean reckless. It's more about the gods.
Well, then that's probably the right word because those Kennedys are very Catholic.
Now I'm curious. I'm going to go look it up.
Come on, fill me up, would you, Becca? Oh, isn't this nice? For a change, sitting around talking about politics. It's really nice.
It's juice. I'm drinking juice.
Right, sorry.
It's the third time you've done that.
I know, I'm sorry.
Are you testing me, Becca?
No, I'm not testing you. It's just habit, sorry.
Here it is. Here it is. Hubris, an insolent pride or presumption.
That's them, insolent pride.
And number 2 is in Greek tragedy, arrogance towards the gods leading to nemesis.
It's like going to school when we visit you two.
Is that right?
Izzy hated school.
No, I didn't. Don't listen to her, Howie. I liked school. Just because I was lousy at it didn't mean I hated it.
Oh, sounds like you and squash, Howie.
She means the game, not the vegetable.
I knew what she meant.
You know who was cursed? Rose Kennedy. 104 years old, living through all that death. That's who I feel sorry for.
Anyone want more cake?
None for me.
Good, we should do gifts then.
Oh, yay, gifts.
I don't know how I got started on all that Kennedy stuff. What was I talking about before?
Aristotle Onassis.
That makes sense. What was I saying about him?
You were saying how he'd get really tipsy and never shut up.
You betch I'm not tipsy. I'm sure I had a very interesting point to make.
This is from us.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday.
It's wrapped so nice.
Oh,
Shame to rip it open.
Becca, she makes such pretty bows. I don't have the patience. My fingers are too chubby. Oh,
It's
look
more of
at
a
that.
practical gift.
It's a bathroom set.
I see.
Oh.
It's nice.
Look at the colors. It's so pretty.
The gift receipt's inside if you want a different style.
Why would you want a different style? It's so beautiful. Why would you want a different style?
Thank you. Thanks, Howie.
Don't thank me. Becca picked it out.
Is this your way of telling me you don't like my Three Stooges shower curtain?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just my way. If you need change, you can have it.
You know, that Three Stooges shower curtain is kind of goofy.
The word is kitschy, Mother.
Howie, would you look up the word kitschy? See if it means crap.
I didn't know what to get you.
This is great. I needed a bathroom set.
I like your shower
I
curtain.
know. I was kidding.
Okay. Now me.
Oh, an envelope. Smells like cash.
Oh, you wish. Think I'd give you cash? I wouldn't trust you. It's a gift certificate.
To pee in the pod?
They have nice maternity clothes. You're going to need maternity clothes.
Oh, thanks, Mommy.
I thought we weren't doing baby stuff.
Who said that?
For the birthday, I thought we'd wait until the shower.
Well, I'll get her something else for the shower. I mean,
This is
she
great.
needs clothes.
I know, but I just would have gotten her something different had I known that we were
This
doing
is
baby stuff.
great. I needed a bathroom set.
Right. I know, but still.
It's not baby stuff, it's mommy's stuff. She's going to need clothes.
Yes, I know, but I would have gotten her that.
It's my fault. I told her to.
This is great.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just take it back. I'll get you a basket of muscular lotions instead.
No.
They prevent stretch marks.
Becca, let go. I like the bathroom set.
It's very pretty. I like the
thank
colors.
More juice, Izzy?
No, I'm good.
Right.
Oh, I think I remember now what I was going to talk about.
Mom, do you have to?
Hey, how's Taz?
Oh, well, he's fine. The vet says he needs to lose a little weight, that's all.
Really?
Yeah. He eats like a trooper.
What are you feeding him?
Well, regular dog food, anything that's on sale.
Oh, well, I gave you the name of the food he usually eats. Do you still have that printout?
Yeah.
We were feeding him science diet. They had this special low-fat mix.
That stuff is too expensive, and he likes what I give him.
Except you're making him fat.
Howie, I know.
He's not fat. He's just a little chubbier.
Well, I think the weight suits him.
Maybe he eats too much because he feels punished. I know I do. I think he misses you.
Remember Pickles? Now, she was fat. That was our dog growing up. She was this... What breed was Pickles?
She was a mutt.
No, I know, but she was mostly collie, I think, with the little German Shepherd mixed in. Now, she was fat.
Probably because of what you fed her.
Yeah, probably.
Now I remember what I was going to say about Aristotle Onassis.
Do you have to?
Oh, yeah, it was about this son who died in a plane crash.
I'm going to go wrap up the cake for you. All right?
I know, another rich kid in a plane crash. But this was my whole point. You should have stopped me from going on about that Kennedy tangent. Because my whole point was about Onassis and how when his son died, he was so distraught by the senselessness of it, or that he put up this big reward to anyone who could prove that someone had sabotaged the plane. Have you read this, Howie?
No,
Have
I'm not
you?
sure.
Well, he just couldn't accept what had happened was an accident, so he offered all this money to anyone who could give him a reasonable explanation. He needed someone to blame.
Here we go.
He needed a reason for losing his son, but it didn't come, of course, and it killed him. The grief did. He only lasted a few years after that because there was nothing to give him comfort, and so he died. He'd rather have his son be killed by some secret assassination than by bad luck. It's like the Kennedy curse, isn't it? People want things to make sense.
We don't think Danny died because of a curse, Mom.
Of course not.
or because someone sabotaged us or was out to get us. We know that there is no sensible explanation.
I know.
Then why are you telling this story?
I'm just talking. Can't I talk?
Oh, it always sounds like you're just talking, but it's always so much more, isn't it?
I don't even know what that means.
Here's an idea. Let's change the subject.
Didn't I say no wine?
She brought it herself. What was
What
I
did I
supposed to do?
say anyway?
Mom, you promised.
I promised what? It's not my fault. You missed the point.
What point? That Aristotle Onassis died of grief because he couldn't find someone to blame.
I'm not talking about blame. I'm talking about comfort.
Oh, comfort. Well then.
Well,
What?
well, where are you getting it?
Comfort?
Yes, if I may ask.
I'm not.
Well, then I think you should.
Oh, great. I'll just see what I can dig up on eBay.
Don't get flipped back. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm going to clean up because I think we're just about done
Howie
here.
says you won't go to the support group.
Oh, Howie says.
Yeah.
She was asking how you're doing.
Yeah, well, why don't you just say fine? She's going to run with
I
whatever
always
you give
thought
her.
talk was healthy. Isn't that what all the books say, Howie? We're just having a discussion.
So what? Is this an intervention? or
If it
something?
is, then I'm really pissed.
It's not an intervention.
We're just having a discussion.
You couldn't wait. It had to happen on my birthday.
Izzy, please.
I remember when Arthur died. The support group was very helpful.
Well, that's you, and it isn't me, and Arthur isn't Danny.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it was.
She doesn't like the people.
It was helpful. What's wrong with the people? They lost children too. They should understand what's going on.
No, they don't. They understand what they're going through.
Well, you must have some things in common.
No, actually, we don't, Mother, other than, that dead kid kind of thing.
Now you're just being silly.
Oh, really? I'm being silly?
Faith
because,
helps.
Really? Because you haven't seen the room full of God freaks.
They're not God freaks.
No, most of them are, Howie. That's all they talk about. God's plan.
They're not all
At
like
least
that.
he's in a better place now. And you know what my favorite is? God needed another angel. I mean, what is that? He's God. Why can't he just make another angel? These people.
Maybe God gives them comfort.
Well, it pisses me off. Maybe he needs comfort, right?
Faith helps people cope. What's wrong with that? I know when
yeah.
your brother
Yeah,
died.
again with Arthur.
Yeah, if I didn't have God.
Yeah. Again, you see? If I didn't have God.
Sounds like you're jealous of their
Oh,
comfort.
yeah, I am. How nice that they have something that makes them feel a little better. Like I don't feel bad enough as it is. I have to have that rubbed in my face.
Nobody's rubbing. You're not being fair, all right?
I brought you to church every Sunday, and you used to believe in God.
Well, I don't anymore.
Well, you should. What if you're wrong? What if there is a God?
Well, then I would say he's a sadistic prick.
Whoa.
Becca.
Becca.
Worship
Please.
me, and I'll treat you like shit. No wonder you like him. He sounds a lot like Dad.
You don't need to strike out at me, I'm just trying to help.
Right.
I wish someone sat me down when Arthur died and gave me a little advice.
No. You know what I wish?
Becca.
I wish that you would stop comparing Arthur to Danny. Danny was a 4-year-old boy who chased his dog into the street. Arthur was a 30-year-old heroin addict who hung himself. Frankly, I just resent how you keep lumping them together.
He was still my son.
Right. And you know what? I don't recall anyone giving you explanations on how best to grieve for him. I think it's time for me to go to bed. Izzy, I hope you enjoy that bathroom set.
I'm gonna.
Good.
I don't know. I was never mean to anybody like that after Arthur died. I just was never mean to anybody.
What about Mrs. Bailey?
Izzy. No, Mrs. Bailey. Izzy, please.
You know what this is about?
Yeah, her and her mouth.
We got a letter today from Jason Willett.
Why?
She said it didn't bother her, but sorry, is.
No, hey, this was great. Really. Let's do it again next year.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Corbett, I wanted to send you my condolences on the death of your son, Danny. I know it's been 8 months since the accident, but I'm sure it's still hard for you to be reminded of that day. I think about what happened a lot, as I'm sure you do too. I've been having some trouble at home and at school, and a couple people told me it would be good if I wrote to you. I'm sorry if this letter upsets you. That's obviously not my intention. Even though I never knew Danny, I did enjoy reading about him in the paper. I was happy to learn a little bit about him. I especially liked the part where Mr. Corbett talked about Danny's love for robots, because when I was his age, I was a huge fan of robots. In fact, in some ways, I still am. I've enclosed a short story that's being published in my high school lit magazine. I was hoping to dedicate it to Danny. Would it bother you if I did? If so, please let me know as soon as you can. The printer deadline is by the 31st. If you let me know before then, I can have him take it off. I know this probably doesn't make things any better, but I want you to know how terrible I feel about Danny. I know that no matter how hard this has been for me, I can never understand the depth of your loss. I just want you to know how sorry I am for the way things happened that day, and that I wish I had drove down a different block. Anyway, that's it for now. If you'd like to contact me about the dedication, please email me at the address above. Otherwise, I'll assume it's okay. Sincerely, Jason Willett. P.S. Would it be possible to meet with you in person at some point?
This is the strongest near-ground wind ever recorded on the planet.
Becca! Becca! Becca!
What?
What'd you do here?
What's the matter?
Fuck.
What is the matter?
What is this?
It's the Discovery Channel.
The television,
Tornado
what is this?
program. I recorded it for you last night. You said you wanted to watch it. Why?
Christ's sake.
What is the matter?
It's Danny's tape. You recorded over Danny's tape.
No, it's not. We were watching Pride and Prejudice last night. That was in there.
I switched them.
What?
I watched Danny's tape later after you went to bed.
Why didn't you take it out of the machine?
Why don't you check to see what was in
Well, I
there?
assumed that it was a TV tape.
Jesus, Becca.
It was one of the baby videos?
No, it was the long one. The park was on it. In Mexico.
Well, how was I supposed to know that you snuck down here?
Christmas.
I thought it was the TV tape.
It
Howie.
wasn't.
I know.
So it's gone, the whole thing.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's the only copy, Becca.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose.
Are you sure?
What does that mean? You think I recorded over Danny's tape on purpose?
Oh, no.
You don't know?
I should have taken it out.
Why would I deliberately
I
record
don't know.
over it? Why would I?
I don't know. You took the paintings out the fridge. Danny's paintings.
Yes, to save them, I put them in plastic.
Shoved them in a box.
For safekeeping.
Okay.
I didn't throw the paintings out.
I know you didn't.
You think I didn't want that tape?
I don't. Of course you did. Obviously it wasn't on purpose, but
But what?
maybe subconsciously.
Oh, subconsciously. Is that what they're telling you at group? How I'm doing things subconsciously?
You're trying to get rid of them. I'm sorry, but that's how it feels to me sometimes. Every day it's something else. It feels like you're trying to get rid of any evidence he was ever here.
I didn't know the tape was in there, right?
It's not just the tape. I'm not talking about
Yes,
the
and
tape.
the paintings are downstairs in a box. You can look at them whenever you want.
The clothes, his shoes.
Right, there was too much of that, Howie. We didn't need all of
You're
that.
wanting to sell the house.
Right, we already had that discussion, Howie.
Taz, sending Taz
Yes,
to your mother's.
There was so much going on, we could not deal with the dog.
I was fine with him. I was the one walking him.
Yes, and he got underfoot.
And he was a reminder.
Oh, right, yes, he was a reminder. I need one less reminder around here. That is perfectly normal.
And since you never wanted the dog to begin with,
Oh, for God's sake, Howie.
well, if I didn't want the dog,
Right. And if I hadn't run inside to grab the phone, or if I had latched that gate.
I let the gate
I
unlatch!
didn't check it! Enough, Howie. I'm not playing this game anymore. It was no one's fault.
Not even the dogs.
No, of course not.
Dogs chase squirrels, boys chase dogs.
You're telling me or yourself?
He loved that dog.
Of course he did.
You got rid of him.
Right. Like I got rid of the tape. I get it.
It's not just the tape. I'm not talking about the tape, Becca. It's Taz and the paintings and the clothes. It's everything. You have to stop erasing him. You have to stop it. You have to stop.
Do you really not know me, Howie? Do you really not know how utterly impossible that would be? To erase him? No matter how many things I give to charity or how many art projects I box up, do you really think I don't see him every second of every day? And okay, I'm trying to make things a little easier on myself by hiding some of the photos or giving away the clothes, but that does not mean that I'm trying to erase him. That tape was an accident. And believe me, I will beat myself up about it forever, like everything else that I could have prevented but didn't.
It's not what I want, Beck. It's not what I'm talking
No,
about.
because it feels like it is. It feels like I don't feel bad enough for you, or I'm not mourning enough for your taste,
Come on, that's
or
not what-
mourning in the right way. But let me just say, Howie, that I am mourning as much as you are. And my grief is just as real and awful as yours is.
I know that.
You're not in a better place. You're just in a different place. And you know, that sucks that we can't be there for each other right now. But that is just the way it is.
His stuff is all we have left. That's all I'm saying. And every bit of it you get rid of.
No, I understand, Howie. You have a hard time letting go of it. I understand that.
Do you? Do you? This isn't... Something has to change here, because I can't do this like this. It's too hard. It's too hard. And I want that dog back. Your mother's making him fat. I want the dog back.
Why don't we just wait
I
until...
don't want to. How much more do we have to lose? I miss the dog. I'm sorry, but I miss him. I want him back.
They were weird, huh? That last couple? The way they kept opening everything. Cabinets, closets.
It's an open house.
Still, it was kind of nervy. I'd never do one of these things. Strangers strolling through, looking under my beds.
That's what you got to do to sell a house.
Well, lucky for me, I'll never own a house then. What is this, pie?
It's a tort.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's good.
We done?
15 minutes. We're supposed to go to 4.
How many did you get anyway?
Not many. No serious buyers. Maybe the German, though. It's hard to tell.
Is that what he was, German? I couldn't place the accent. I thought maybe Irish.
Irish?
I couldn't tell.
We should probably get a broker. I think a lot of people are afraid of FSBOs.
Afraid of who?
FSBO, for sale by owner, no middleman. I was trying to avoid the commission, but we probably need one. Thought we had a bite with that one family, little girl. Nothing, though. Maybe I priced it too high, or they were just browsing, maybe.
You freaked them out, Howie.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
You should have cleaned up Danny's room, made it look like a guest room or something, an office or whatever.
Why?
Because everyone that went in there was like, oh, you have a son? How old is he? Did you think people just weren't going to ask that?
I didn't think about that. I just thought it'd be good for them to see that there's a nice room for a kid.
But common sense, Howie. You've got these robot sheets on the bed. The conversation's gonna come up. And so they ask, and you tell them, and then there's this weirdness in the air.
Only 2 people asked, that's all.
Well, you ooged them out. If you had a kid, would you want to move into a house where a boy just died? People believe in that stuff. House karma, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, well, they're stupid.
Well,
then.
yeah, they are. But if you want to sell your house, you've got to take that into consideration. I can't believe I'm giving you business advice.
Is that what this is?
I'm just saying, sometimes you have to sort out what is and isn't appropriate to say to people.
Is it appropriate to talk about my son?
You're not pulling me into that conversation. You want to tell total strangers all about Danny and how he died? That's none of my business. God knows it's something you enjoy doing, so you go ahead, but don't be surprised if nobody wants to buy your house. Good God, Becca's got to stop baking. I'm ginormous. Someone coming?
No, he's just mad he's still tied up.
So, hey, let me ask you something.
All right?
Why is Becca so mad at me? Is it just because I'm pregnant, or
Becca's not mad at you.
then why does she act so pissed at me sometimes?
I don't know. You should ask her.
I can't,
Why not?
because that'll only make her more pissed.
Yeah, probably, but
Is it because she blames me?
Oh
A
my
little
God,
bit, maybe?
Izzy, come
Because if I
on.
hadn't called to bitch about Mom, she wouldn't have had to leave Danny to run into the house and...
10 months later and you're asking me this?
Well, I don't know.
No, Izzy, no. Nobody blames you.
Okay. So it's just the baby then? The fact that I'm having a baby?
Honestly, I don't think Becca's mood has anything to do with you. Of
I know I've been a fuck-up, but people get their shit together.
course they do.
And maybe I'm not as homey as Becca or as organized or whatever.
Nobody's comparing you.
Really? Because that'd be a first.
I don't know where you want this conversation to go, and I really don't know why you're having it with me. Oh, fuck it. Nobody's coming.
Are you mad?
No!
You seem mad.
I'm just grabbing a beer. You want one?
No, I don't want a beer. God. So let me ask you something else.
What is it?
You're not going to like it.
Well, then, even better.
Do you know my friend Rima?
This is the question.
No, this is the prologue. You know, like how books have prologues?
I'm familiar with the concept.
Well, that's Rima. Do you remember her?
Not really.
I brought her to that barbecue like 2 years ago. She had curly hair, kind of chubby.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Well, Rima works at Calderon's in New Rochelle. You know that restaurant?
Yeah.
Well, Rima, even though you don't remember her, remembers you pretty well from the barbecue, and she said she waited on you a couple weeks ago.
Did I stiff her on the tip? Because had I remembered,
She said you were with a woman.
I was with another parent from the support group 2 weeks ago, right? We grabbed a bite after the meeting. If Rima had introduced herself, then I would have brought it up.
Her husband doesn't attend the meetings?
Is this still part of the prologue?
Why were you holding hands? Rima said you were holding hands.
And Rima's what exactly? Your spy?
No, she's a waitress. She was at work. You were the one sneaking around.
Okay, now I'm mad.
Told you weren't going to like it.
That woman is a friend of mine whose daughter died of leukemia 6 months ago. Jesus, Izzy, what are you trying to...
I'm just asking a question. You don't have to get defensive.
Just because I was holding another person's hand
I know
doesn't
you
mean...
and Becca are having troubles.
What are you
but
talking
I'd like
about?
to think that if things got to a point where they were unsavable, you'd be man enough to fish or cut bait
Who said we were having
and not
troubles?
make things worse than they already are by fucking around behind Becca's back.
You're way off base, Izzy.
And I know that there's other stuff going on around here, but that doesn't excuse
This
it.
is so beyond ridiculous. I don't even know how to respond to you.
I don't need you to respond. I just wanted to ask my question and say what I had to say. You can do whatever you want about it.
About what? I'm not having an affair.
Okay.
I was comforting a friend.
Great. I'm glad to hear it.
And I don't know where this Rima person gets off making these offensive assumptions
She'll be
about me.
happy to hear it was a misunderstanding.
I mean, God, Izzy, right after your spiel about us not having any faith in you, what do you think of me?
I'm sorry. It's my sister. I had to ask.
Well, you asked.
Indeed, I have.
Jesus. I'll tell you one thing. If I ever see this Rima again, I'm going to tell her what I think of her talking shit about me.
You should. She'll like that. I'm gonna get some juice.
And for the record, I hope I did stiff her on the tip.
Yeah, well, for the record, you did.
Oh, fuck.
Luckily, she had read about it in the papers.
Of course she did.
So when I explained it, she knew who you were.
Well, you should have gotten her phone number. We could have had her over for cocktails.
Hey, they're back.
That's not what I was doing.
Well, I don't need you chasing after me, cleaning up my messes.
What happened?
Did you get
Or
my message
apologizing
about the olive
for
loaf?
me.
Something happened?
No, I turned my phone off.
Why?
Because you kept calling me.
But I wanted olive loaf.
She would have called the cops.
Cops where? What?
She would not have called the cops.
Somebody was going to call the cops?
What happened?
Nothing.
She got a little upset.
About what?
How do we do here? Looks a little light, doesn't it?
What kind of scene? What scene did you have?
In the supermarket.
You and Mom?
No, I wasn't involved.
It's so stupid.
What happened?
This is why I hate shopping. You know, everything in there is like, oh, look, Fruit Loops. Danny liked Fruit Loops. Hey, string cheese. Danny hated string cheese. Everything. I mean, Howie, you've got to do some of the grocery shopping. I'm just sick of saying it.
Yeah, Becca was just a little upset, that's all.
About what?
Well, there was a boy there.
He remind you of Danny?
Here, red hair.
Well, what happened was we were in the same aisle as this boy, and he wanted these roll-ups, fruit roll-ups. But the mother was being a hard ass about it, saying she wasn't going to buy them for him.
Yeah, because she said she couldn't, it's not that she couldn't afford it. She had plenty of money, too.
Yeah, but the kid was just getting whiny about it, which makes sense because he's 5 years old and he really wants these roll-ups. But the mother just wouldn't give in. In fact, she just starts turning her face away from him and goes back to her shopping, like that's gonna teach him a lesson or shut him up or something. Like case closed.
Yeah, it was pretty
so
bitchy.
that just pissed me off even more because he
What
started
did?
getting upset.
What did?
The fact that she was ignoring him instead of explaining why he couldn't have them. And then I just walked over to her.
What? Why?
I don't know, I just did.
She walked over to her.
And what'd you say?
I said, it's only $3, just give him the fucking roll-ups.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then she looked a little miffed, and she smiled, I don't know why, and she explained that she didn't want her son eating candy. But I said, it's not actually candy. I mean, actually, it's, fruit roll-ups are relatively healthy, and they're made with real fruit, so why not just give him a treat? So she told me to mind my own business, and she tried to roll her cart around me, but she stepped on my foot by accident, so I smacked her.
What?
Yes,
I
she
smacked
did.
her.
She smacked her, and very hard, too.
Becca.
I know, it was terrible. I felt so bad, and he started getting upset, but she pissed me off.
You hit that woman?
Izzy, don't.
Not just
Come on.
saying, glass houses.
She was ignoring him.
Well, you did slap her.
Well, she's lucky that's all I did. Not that it helped. Not that she'll suddenly realize. I mean, it was a fruit roll-up. Just let him have it. Am I wrong?
No, that would have smacked her too.
Well, yeah, obviously. I was doing well, too, wasn't I, Howie? I had a couple good days in a row.
It's okay, Becca. You can come shopping with me anytime. I'm gonna let my kid have whatever he wants. Candy, whatever.
That's not what I meant, Izzy.
No, I know. You're saying be with him. She completely ignored him instead of appreciating him or whatever. I completely understand. I totally get it. And if you ever see me doing what she did, smack me too, okay?
Okay.
Maybe you taught that woman something.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey, Mom, they have any Bosco?
Yeah, sure, here.
Oh, good. Let's crack that bad boy open.
What?
Nothing.
Have I shocked you?
No, not shocked, no.
Well, you look shocked,
Do I?
or something. Go quiet him down, would you, Howie?
Hello, hi. I saw the sign outside, the open house sign, and the door was open, so
We're gonna buy a house?
Howie,
What? He said he saw the sign.
I just wanted to say hey.
Taz, shut up! Taz!
You know who I am, right?
Yeah. You know.
So since the sign was open, I thought it'd be okay if I popped my head in for a while. I've been wanting to say hello for a while, and...
Now's not really a good time for us. We've got family visiting.
Right. I didn't want to bother you. Just say hello in person. But maybe another time would be better.
Yeah, it's just we've got relatives here.
Right, you said. Hi. Hello. Another time, then?
Yeah, we're around, so.
Becca.
I can come by any afternoon, really, if there's a day you're open or anything.
Problem is, we're trying to sell the house, which takes up big blocks of our time.
That's okay. It wouldn't take long. I just want to sit down with you at some point.
Still,
I'd really like to arrange something if possible.
I just told you, now's not really a good time for
All
it.
right, take it easy, Howie.
Right, I know, but I wasn't talking about right now.
Great. So why don't you take off then? And if we can make arrangements in the future, we'll do that.
Okay, well, I wrote my number down. So if you free up at all.
Can I just say something to you?
Oh, Jesus.
Howie, enough.
An open house sign doesn't mean we're holding walking tours in here.
I know that.
You can't just walk in because the door's open. We're conducting business.
That's why I waited until the couple left. It looked like things were finished
Well,
here.
they're not.
Then I apologize.
We live here, okay? This is our home.
That's enough, Howie.
You can't just walk in because the door's open, especially given the circumstances. You should show a little respect.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted. Sorry.
Can you believe that? The balls on that kid walking in here? What was he, hiding behind a tree or something? No wonder Taz was barking.
Or maybe he was barking because he's hungry. Did you feed him?
No, I got caught up with...
No, of course not. You wanted that dog so badly, but you can never remember to feed him, right?
I will.
I'm so glad that things are back to normal around here.
It's the last thing she needed, that kid showing up.
She seemed fine with it. You were the one who freaked out.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one slapping people, okay?
I don't know. You came pretty close just then. So I'm free next week if you want to do this again. Another open house.
Maybe we'll see.
You should really do something about that room, though. Augie does some renovation stuff on the side. If you want me to ask him, he could get in there. And
I don't know.
he does good work. He put up my mother's drywall.
I think we got it covered.
Still, should really try to fix things up. But the room, I mean.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Oh, boy. Keep her toss.
Toss.
Okay. And this?
Yeah, that too. Toss. Oh, remember this? The Runaway Bunny.
Oh, that was your book.
I know. We should keep it.
Monkey.
Keep, I guess.
So Howie doesn't mind this?
No, it was his idea. After that open house, I guess his grief goes out the window when it comes to maximizing profits. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Just being mean, I guess. Besides, it's not like we're getting rid of everything. No, don't do that. Quick and clean like a Band-Aid. Otherwise, we're never going to get through it. Did Izzy tell you I was taking a continuing ed class? We're reading Bleak House. Isn't that hilarious? He handed out the syllabus and I just laughed. Bleak House. Of course, no one knew what I was laughing at, which is great. Well, it's in Bronxville, so no one knows me there. I'm normal there. That's what I like best about it. You know, I don't get the face every time someone looks at me.
What face?
Oh, you know, oh, hi, how you doing? Hanging in there? I hate it. And you know what's nice? These ladies, they don't even talk about their kids or their husbands or any of it. I think they're just so happy to be away from all that because it's probably just the last thing they want to talk about. Because, you know, I'm probably sure that they're mostly bored housewives, you know?
I don't know. I don't know these people.
Well, that's who takes Westchester continuing ed classes, isn't it?
I guess.
Yeah, sure. And, you know, they're just so happy to be reading Dickens instead of What's for Dinner. You know, it's like they're in college again. I mean, who'd want to talk about their families? I know I don't. Anyway, I like it. I like that I'm just a lady taking a class. And, you know, next week, we start Madame Bovary. That ought to get the old girls going, huh?
I don't know that book.
No, I know.
This?
Now it's busted.
What the hell? Well, this is very annoying.
I know. Try listening to it for hours on end. You know, Izzy gave him that. Only people without children give these kinds of gifts. Or people who want to punish parents.
Oh.
You know what? We should save it for Debbie's kids. That'd show her.
So you still haven't heard from Debbie?
No. Howie plays squash with Rick, and I hear the kids are good, but... Do you remember Emily?
Of course.
She's getting big now.
I thought you said you hadn't seen them.
No, I know, but I was just passing by Danny's daycare, and I saw the kids in the yard. Well, that's how I get to the post office. I was just passing by.
Yeah, well, that happens, you know. Friends disappear. I remember after your brother Arthur died. Sorry. You know, sometimes it's just as bad the other way around. You remember Maureen Bailey?
Sure.
Well, I could never get rid of her after your brother passed away.
I remember.
Always at the house, always checking in on me, eating up all the cinnamon buns Uncle Jimmy gave me. Well, it was nice, I guess. But it never seemed to be about me. It seemed to be that she needed something to do every day, and cajoling me became her hobby. And so one day when we were having coffee in the afternoon, I said to her, Maureen, why are you here all the time?
What did she say?
She says, I want to be here for you, Nat. I want to share in your grief. So I said, well, it's not working. I don't see you leaving with any of the grief. All you do is plant your fat ass in that chair every afternoon and suck up all my coffee.
You did not say
I
that.
did. And I don't see you leaving with any of that grief you're supposed to be carrying. In fact, all you do take out of here are my cinnamon buns. So I never saw her again, obviously, which was too bad, because she was the only one willing to talk about our...
You can say his name.
Can I? Can I, Becca? I don't know your rules. I don't want to get scolded.
You can say his name. I just don't like the comparisons, that's all.
Okay.
I mean, he was my brother, so obviously that was a really hard time for all of us.
I know.
But it was a long time ago, and it was just very different for me.
I know.
Okay, then.
What's this? It's some kind of a
It's just a story that boy wrote.
wonder. Alice in Wonderland kind
No,
of thing.
it's more of a science fiction.
Oh, but it's dedicated to Danny.
Yeah, he asked us if he could do that.
Why? Is it about Danny?
No, not at all. It's about a scientist,
Oh.
or the son of a scientist, actually. The father discovers this warren of it's like a network of holes to other galaxies or parallel universes, I guess. And so the son goes into these holes trying to find him. Well, not him because he's dead, but some other version of him.
Doesn't sound very good.
That's okay. He's young.
Keep it.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the box. I'm thinking I'm going to see him, actually.
Who?
Jason Willett.
Why? Does Howie know this?
No, I just want to.
Well, the way he walked in like that, it was kind of creepy, you know? I think it was kind of creepy.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I do. I think you should talk to Howie at least.
No, I don't want to talk to Howie. Frankly, I don't care what he thinks.
How's it going?
Fine.
I was thinking we would put the brown bedspread in here.
Okay?
And maybe hang the Ansel Adams prints that we have in the basement?
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Making progress, I see.
Yep.
Good. Looks good. I'm going to take Taz for a walk. You need anything while I'm out?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hey, Nat, thanks for helping out.
Oh, sure.
Bye, guys.
I'm going to put the blue one on instead. It's neutral enough.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? When you brought me that gourmet basket for Mother's Day with all that fancy biscotti and biscuits in it and chocolates, and so when you came to dinner, I put out the whole bowl of chocolates, and Danny ate the whole bowl. So Howie comes in, he says, where are the chocolates? Excuse me. I said, well, Danny ate them. Don't be mad. Kids love candy. And he says, but those were chocolate-covered espresso beans. So I didn't know. I just thought they were chocolates. I don't know. So then he was, because he ate the whole bowl, was really, really wired, and he was climbing up walls, and he was going in circles, and he was putting stuff on his head, and he was up till 3 a.m., remember?
I do.
Oh, God, espresso beans. I don't know why you give me these gift baskets with all this fancy stuff in it. But I tell that story to everyone, and they get a kick out of it.
Mom,
What?
does it go away? This feeling. Does it ever go away?
No, I don't think it does. At least it hasn't for me in 11 years. It does change, though.
How?
I don't know. The weight of it, I guess, it becomes bearable. It's like you can crawl out from under it like a rock. Like a brick you put in your pocket and you forget about it and you think, oh, everything's okay. And then one day you remember and you reach in for it and you go, oh, there it is, that, which is awful. But sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's kind of like what you have instead of your son, and so you want to carry it around, and it's okay. You can carry it around, and
What?
it's okay. Actually.
I made some lemon squares.
Thank you.
Can I get you some milk or something?
I'm fine.
I don't have any soda unless you want seltzer. You'll need something to wash it down, though. You don't drink coffee, do you?
Sometimes.
Do you want coffee?
No thanks, really. I'm fine.
Okay, but let me know if you change your mind.
It's good.
Thank you.
Still warm. So you're moving?
We're thinking about it, if we can find a buyer.
Where are you moving to?
We're still looking.
Far away?
Probably not, no. My husband works in the city, so we don't want to go too far.
Well, what does he do?
He works at Prime Brokerage,
Uh-huh.
risk management. So, he takes the train in,
Right.
so we don't want to go too far.
It's a nice house. I hope you find one just as nice.
It's too big. We'll probably go smaller, I think. I'm sorry that Howie couldn't be here.
That's okay.
He's,
Not ready?
well, I was gonna say working, but yeah, that too.
He seemed mad the other day.
No, he was just surprised that you dropped by.
Okay.
I think you just scared him a little bit.
He didn't seem scared.
Well, maybe that's not the right word, but Howie is not mad at you. What happened was an accident. You know that, right? I swear we better move somewhere without squirrels. The bark goes right through me.
You should have his vocal cords snipped.
What?
Yeah, that's what some people do if their dogs won't stop barking.
Huh. Never heard of it.
Yeah, because some dogs just don't shut up. Otherwise, the alternative is give them away or put them to sleep, I guess.
No, Howie would never allow it. He loves that dog too much. Do you have any pets?
No.
Well, that's lucky for you.
Yeah?
Unless you want a pet. Do you want a pet? Because I've got one you can borrow. No, just kidding.
We read this book.
Bleak House?
Yeah, in English class.
Did you like it?
Not really, it's too long.
I know, I barely made it through it.
I did like Chris Patterson, though.
Also very long.
Yeah, but it didn't feel as long.
No, you're right.
So, I didn't see any photos.
Of Danny?
Yeah.
Well, that's because we put most of them away for the open house.
Oh.
I mean, do you
Okay.
want to see photos? Because I could
No,
go
thank you.
Okay.
I did like the one of them in the article, him at the beach.
That's at Antport Bay.
I used to have a shirt just like that one, the one in the article. I may have been going too fast that day. I'm not sure, but I might have been. It was a 30 zone, and I may have been going 32 or 33. Usually I look down, and if I was over, I'd check, and I'd slow down. But I don't remember checking on your road, and then the dog came out, and I swerved to avoid not knowing, obviously. That's one of the things I thought you should know.
I'm going to go get you a glass of milk. You don't have to drink it if you don't want. So you're a senior?
Yeah.
Where are you headed in the fall?
Connecticut College. They have a good writing program.
Oh, well, that'll be nice. It's not too far. Your parents must be happy about that.
It's just my mom, but yeah, she's excited. She keeps saying she's going to enroll in the graduate program just to keep an eye on me. She's just kidding, though.
Huh.
She's already picked out most of my dorm sheets.
Right.
I don't think she's looking forward to it, though, because it's just me at home. But I promised her I'd come and visit on the weekends. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you graduate when?
Next Saturday. Matt Lauer is speaking. His niece is in my class.
Oh, well, that's great. I like Matt Lauer.
Yeah, so does my mom.
And so you must have a prom coming up then.
It was last Thursday.
And you went?
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend or?
Well, no. I mean, I did, but we broke up a while ago. So I went with my friend Carly, and my friend Jake went with his friend Tina, and Jake's dad drives a really nice Rolls Royce, which he brings to car shows and stuff. So we all went together.
That sounds like it was fun.
Yeah, it was a tight squeeze, though, because nobody wanted to sit in the front. We had champagne in the back, not to get drunk, but just to celebrate. But Carly is really skinny, so she got a little tipsy and wanted to act all crazy in the back. She kept telling the driver to take the top of the car off, even though the car wasn't a convertible. So we made fun of her for that all night. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I asked.
Still, I shouldn't have.
No,
Should I go?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
So did you have a good time at the prom?
It was okay.
Well, it sounds like it was fun. I liked that story that you sent, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that we never thanked you for it.
That's okay.
We appreciated it very much. So, the scientist that boy is looking for,
Yeah?
is that your dad?
No.
I mean, is it based on him?
No, my dad was an English teacher.
Oh, I was just curious about that part. But he is dead, though, right?
It's just a story.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's none of my business. I was just,
Reading into it.
yeah. Anyway, I liked it very much. You know, it reminded me of Orpheus and Eurydice. Do you know that Greek myth?
Not really.
Eurydice dies, and Orpheus misses her so much that he travels to Hades to retrieve her, but in the end, it doesn't work out.
I should read it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Only instead of Hades, you have the rabbit holes or the parallel universes. It's interesting. I like that part.
Thank you.
Is that something you believe in?
Parallel universes?
Yeah.
Well, if space is infinite, which is what most scientists believe, there have to be parallel universes.
There have to be?
Yeah, because if space is infinite, it means there's a never-ending stream of possibilities. It goes on and on forever.
Okay.
So even the most unlikely events have to occur in our universe or other universes, with us leading the same lives with minor changes or different lives with drastic changes.
And you think that that's plausible?
Not just plausible, probable, if you believe the basic laws of science.
Huh. So somewhere out there, there's a version of me, what, making pancakes?
Sure.
Or at a water park?
Wherever. Both. If space is infinite, there are tons of me's and tons of you's out there.
And so this is just the sad version of us.
I guess.
But somewhere out there, there are versions where everything goes our way.
Right.
And they're not hypothetical, they're actual real people.
Assuming you believe in science.
Huh. Well, that's a nice thought. That somewhere out there, I'm having a good time.
So could you tell him for me, your husband, how I might have been going too fast that day? I know he's probably still mad at me.
He's not mad. Nobody is mad.
Okay. But can you tell him for me, please?
Sure.
I don't remember the runaway bunny being so weird. The mother's like a stalker.
What? No.
Well, of course you
Not a
don't think
stalker.
so. But look, she turns into wind and shit, a mountain climber. Poor kid needs to get a restraining order. Hey, I remember this. She said I could have it.
Oh, this is the one she really wants you to have.
Here, I put it all out for you. I put down lime zest in the filling, but you can also use orange zest or grapefruit. Or lemon, obviously.
Jeez, it's like 3 pages long. This looks hard,
No,
Becca.
it's fine. It's not.
I hope the oven works. I don't think Augie's ever used it. He keeps dishes in there.
It's fine. If you have any trouble, just call me.
Okay. Me baking. Augie's gonna be so shocked.
When is that time, that thing we're supposed to be at St. Catherine's?
Hello, hello.
Oh, hey, Howie.
Oh,
Hi, you're back.
Yeah,
bingo.
Thought you had group.
decided to skip it.
Mom, we should get going if you want to make it to bingo.
What time is it?
Well, we gotta go. Augie wants me to sign up for Lamaze so I can learn how to shove a baby out of my body.
Okay, but I didn't even have a lemon
Can
square
we talk
yet.
about this in the car, please?
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Thanks for the stuff.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Howie.
Bye, guys. Alan brought in zucchini bread again. He made me take what was left. He wants you to try it.
Well, that was nice of him. You'll have to thank him for me. Yeah. We had pilar. It's in there if you want it.
No, he kept pushing that bread on me all day.
Okay.
So how'd it go with the kid?
It's fine, actually.
What do you want?
Just to, I don't know, introduce himself, talk a little.
Did you let him off the hook?
What do you mean?
Well, he seemed pretty intent in sitting down with us. I assumed he wanted to be absolved or something. Is that what he wanted?
No, not in so many words, no.
Huh. Did you tell him we didn't blame him?
We don't blame him,
No, I know, but did you let him know that?
I guess.
That's good. So I don't have to meet him then, do I?
Not if you don't want to, no.
Okay.
Why aren't you at group?
Just decided to skip it. Wasn't up to it.
How come?
I think I'm done with the group. I don't think I'm going to go back.
Why? I mean, did something happen?
Nothing. I just don't think it's as helpful to me anymore. I want to try things on my own for a while. Well, not on my own, obviously, but without the group. That sound okay?
Sure, I mean, if you're not getting anything out of it, I mean, then why go, right?
Exactly.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Just tired. And full of zucchini bread.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. It's good?
Yeah, it's great.
So, Rick and Debbie invited us over for a cookout.
Really?
Sunday, they said. Are you free?
Yeah. You talked to Rick?
No, Debbie, actually.
You talked to Debbie?
Yeah,
Wow, she must have been surprised.
she was.
What'd she say?
Oh, you know, she cried mostly and then apologized about 60 times and then cried some more.
Sounds great.
It was okay. You know, she said that she kept meaning to call, but then she felt freaked out by what happened, and so then she assumed that I hated her, and then it just seemed easier not to pick up the phone.
And that was good enough for you?
I don't know, we'll see how the barbecue goes.
Are the kids gonna be there?
Of course.
That'll be hard.
Yeah, but it'll be good to see them. We should get something for Emily. We missed her birthday last week. She turned 4.
Right. Okay. Danny's is coming up.
I know,
It's gonna be a tough one.
yeah. It's good.
Tell Ellen you liked it. So quiet.
Oh, that's because I slipped Taz a couple of Ambien.
You're funny.
No, you think I'm joking.
Jeez.
So, do you think that we should reconsider the house?
We might have to if nobody bids.
There are worse things, I guess.
Yeah,
It's a nice house.
I know.
So what are we gonna do?
About what?
I don't know. Pick something.
Well, we could go to Village Toys tomorrow and pick up Candyland for Emily. It's probably something she'd like.
Okay. Candyland, that's a start. Then what?
Then we wrap.
Uh-huh.
Then on Sunday, we go to the cookout. We give her the gift, and we talk to Rick and Debbie, and to make them feel more comfortable, we ask the kids a bunch of questions about what they've been up to. And we act like we're really interested. And then we wait for Rick and or Debbie to bring up Danny while the kids are in the rec room. Maybe that'll go on for a little while. And after that, we'll come home.
And then what?
I don't know. Something, though. We'll figure it out.
Will we?
I think so. I think we will.